The Diablo Immortal update is hitting us on the 23rd. That is literally tomorrow. We'll be getting this update. And we all know that the Tempest is coming to Diablo Immortal. I've been talking about it for 2 weeks now on the channel. We predicted it months ago, and we got to play it just a few weeks ago at Blizzard headquarters. We've gotten a really good look at this class. Today, I'm going to be sharing with you everything alongside of the new Tempest class that we're getting in this update, which is coming on the 23rd, which, like I mentioned, is tomorrow. Let's take a look at the codex and see what we have incoming. Become the Storm event. Tempest legendary affixes, new magic affixes on Eternal gear for the Tempest, Polar Graken skin cosmetic, interesting take here, new player rewards, interesting take there. We're going to go back up to Battle Pass 27 we'll take a look at, returning events, marketplace improvements, which I've been getting a ton of messages about. We're going to dive into that in a moment, feature updates and other region specific related things. Become the Storm. Some of this you may have heard about because maybe you read the patch notes, or because maybe we've talked about it before because we did have some information beforehand. All right, I'm not going to read through everything, but I will give you the overall gist of what's coming here. So on the 23rd, there are going to be 3 ways you could try the Tempest. We talked about this. You could do the story, try the origin quest. You're going to do the dungeon trial, or you could try the deluged plane, which is the fractured plane version of Tempest. It's been Tempestified. Yeah. Or you could class change, or you could start over again in full. We talked about that in a standalone video just 2 days ago. If you missed that, go check it out. The Tempest origin story. Do you care about where the Tempest came from? Probably not. If you're a lore person, feel free to pause and read the lore. But for me, I'm going to move on. The trial dungeon is going to be an experience where you're able to try out the Tempest class. By the way, love this image. In a dungeon where you're going to master the skies and seas with 3 strong recommended builds for the Tempest without having to change your class. It's nice, and you're probably like, well, why don't I just run the dungeon anyways? Well, they're giving you builds that you can try. So they're giving you preloaded builds so you could feel what it would like to be the Tempest without actually class changing to the Tempest. While in the dungeon, you'll be equipped with the skills, gear, and legendary gems recommended for building the classes that they chose. Claim one-time rewards, 1 legendary gear item and 5,000 gold after completing the trial dungeon for the first time. So probably something we'll do anyways just for the rewards. The deluged plane, which is the fractured plane. I love this. They did it with the Blood Knight. They're doing it here as well. It's a great way to try the class and to really mess around with a bunch of the skills that you can use, and not the skills, I should say, the affixes to those skills. 2 tasks, you'll get some dust. 4 tasks, you'll get 100k gold. 6 tasks, 1 Telluric Pearl. 7 tasks, a bound legendary crest, and 10 aspirin keys. There's also some normal gems as well from the 6 tasks. This is going to go live on the 23rd. So the day that the class launches, you will be able to do the deluged plane and try it out. And then we have Tempest legendary affixes. These are talking about all the different affixes that you get from there. I'm not going to go through each and every single one of them. I showed you a lot of them on the live stream and in a video that I put out really demonstrating the Tempest, not just reading it, but actually demonstrating to you what the Tempest can do. So that's all there as well. New magical affixes on Eternal gear for the Tempest. So here you go, a couple more. Flowing Strike grants a shield that absorbs damage. Rolling Surf causes your primary attacks to launch water blades at enemies dealing damage. Vortex, range increased. Cascade, range increased. Windwalk restores a portion of your maximum life for every few seconds. I like that one, actually. Storm Fury increases the primary attack speed for a few seconds. Blade Dance increases critical hit damage taken for enemies hit. And Zephyr Surge, remember Zephyr are the water creatures that are alongside of you. Critical hit damage is increased for each Zephyr consumed. Now, let's take a look at this cosmetic, because I'll tell you what this looks like. It looks like the last Graken skin cosmetic that was all blood and flame-like. Now it's polar. So they took the graphic that we had in the past and they polarized it. They threw it in some ice. They threw it in the freezer. It looks cool. But we'll see. This is not a cosmetic that's available from the Battle Pass. This is one for purchase for 4,500 orbs. With that being said, it is purchasable for 4,500 orbs and will be on all classes. You get the cosmetic armor weapon for all classes, the portal for all classes, the banner for all classes, and yeah. Now, the Kraken Skin Cosmetics armor weapon for all classes, the Kraken Skin Portal 2, which it looks like you may be getting some of the older ones too. Those who already have at least one Kraken Skin base version will get a discount. If you previously purchased the standard version, the price of the polar version of the bundle will be 3,500 orbs, saving you 1,000 orbs. If you previously bought the collector's version, the price will be 3,000. That's actually really nice, right? Because this is a remodeled version of an older skin. They just gave it a facelift. So they're giving people a discount for getting this version of it. Quite nice that they thought of that. New player rewards, though, this is something that I found very interesting. Think about it. When you play a lot of games, I play Raid Shadow Legends, right? I play it on another channel. It's called Echo Raid Shadow Legends. If you haven't seen it, go check it out. I play it every day, just like I do Raid here, like I do Diablo here every day. And over there, in Raid, you get promo codes. And the promo codes you throw into your promo code thing, and it gives you rewards. It's like gifts from Raid, free stuff. Diablo doesn't do that until now. New player rewards. If you're a new Diablo Immortal player, you can use a redemption code LEGENDARY on diabloimmortal.com/redeem to receive 2 gear chests via in-game mail, limited to 1 character per account. These gear chests will provide additional legendary gear and set items as you level, 6 of each in total, starting at level 30. You must redeem the code within 72 hours of your Diablo Immortal count. Go forth and slaughter demons. Now, this may not be the biggest deal for most of us, because most of us have accounts that have been around for more than 72 hours, right? But it shows a mechanic inside of the game where we can redeem codes for stuff. So maybe, crossing our fingers, just maybe, there will be a time when we can get codes to promote other things for other players, so that all players can get a Christmas gift or something like that through a promo code. Now, Blizzard, Diablo Immortal, they do send us gifts inside of the game for things, but this is just another cool way of doing it. Battle Pass 27, Arcane Calamity. Taking a look at those cosmetics. I'm sure that we'll get a trailer soon. This one's actually cool looking. Taking a closer look, that Crusader looks pretty nice. I like it quite a bit. This is going to be dropping on July 4th. We're going to be getting our new Battle Pass. So we have about 2 weeks at this point in time. And when that time comes, remember, if you're playing as the Tempest and you open up your Battle Pass, you will claim at least the weapon. Unless if you don't claim it, you'll be prompted to claim the weapon at Phase 1 and the full cosmetic at Phase 2 upon unlocking the Battle Pass. If you do the paid version, which I recommend the $5 version, the value is there. So if you don't want to claim it on the Tempest, because maybe you're a Crusader for life. I love Crusader. Maybe not Crusader for life, but you know what I mean. You may like to claim your cosmetics on a particular class. Make sure that you do, because you're going to probably be switching to the Tempest, and then 2 weeks later is a Battle Pass. So you may want to figure out how you do that. Do remember, though, that there is no cooldown on class changing. So you could class change as many times as you want once this new class does drop. The Tempest on the 23rd. Recruit a Friend is back. Best thing about this is the graphic that they have right there. That is an insane graphic. It will probably make my thumbnail. Scratch that. It will make my thumbnail. That is a very good graphic. Trial of the Hordes is coming back. Actually, Recruit a Friend is going to be going on until July 18th. That's my birthday. Hey. Then we have Trial of the Hordes. That's going to be going on from May 24th through May 31st. Perils of Fen going on from the 25th through June 1st. Channel the arcane energy cursing through the mortal vessel to overcome the perils of Fen. Limited time event. This is just something that's going to give you rewards. This is not a game mode. Conqueror, that's a game mode, and that's going to be going on from the 31st of May through June 7th. Hungering Moon, of course, shall return and always does come back. More rewards for going through dungeons and just getting some extra damage. June 1st through June 8th. Wild Brawl, the Battle Royale mode inside of Diablo Immortal, June 7th through June 14th. Shady Stock is back, so you can get yourself some free secondary gear from June 8th through June 15th. And the Marketplace improvements. If there are multiple identical items in the Marketplace of varying prices, only the lowest priced options will be purchasable. What does this do? And why are people questioning it. Multiple identical items in the marketplace. So we're talking about a blood-soaked jade. You have one listed for $64,000 and one listed for $63,999. Only the one that is $63,999 will be purchasable. Is this a problem? For me, no. For some people, maybe. Do you know why this is happening? I'll tell you why. This is happening because you have people, and there's nothing wrong with them doing this, in my opinion, but this marketplace improvement is trying to nip it in the bud. You'll have your account, your secondary alternate account, and you'll farm with that account, and you'll get gems, and you'll sell them on the market, and you'll sell them super high, and then you will buy them with your other account because no one else is going to want to buy them because the price is too high. It's going to allow you to basically stack one of your accounts and farm an account for yourself. I don't see a problem with doing this. A lot of people do this in a lot of different games. I personally run one account because I don't have time to have multiple accounts and to grind multiple accounts. I just don't. But this new mechanic is going to make it so that you won't be able to buy those higher priced items. This is Blizzard, this is NetEase, this is Diablo Immortal shutting down the transfer of items between your accounts. There's going to be people that do not like that. There's going to be people that complain about that. I personally don't care. Most casual players don't care. Most players that only have one account don't care. But the people that have two and roll with 2 or 3, they will. Feature updates, Paragon, difficulty tiers and leveling changes. So I don't even need to read this one. We've shown it. We have 5 Paragon trees coming, where you could choose 5 skills from each of the Paragon trees and 1 skill from a random Paragon tree. If you are at Paragon level right now, you'll have tons of Paragon points to almost fully fill out all of the trees, or come close to it. I didn't do the exact math. You will be happy with how much you could throw in there. It's actually a pretty easy system. It's different than how we currently use it, more straightforward, but we're 2 years into the old system, so I could see it how there's gonna be a little bit of a learning curve there, but it makes it easier. With that being said, it makes it less fine-tuned for the specific stats that you're looking to buff. So now when you fill out your Paragon tree, no matter what tree you fill out in what format, you're getting the same buffs across all your stats across the board. Some people like that, some people don't. Where do you lie on that one? You also are going to have to, the level is not going to be 1,300 and what is it now? I don't even know. 60? 70? It's going to be down to 290 or something like that. We're still going to be gaining 10 Paragon levels per week, but the Paragon level right now is being dropped essentially a little more than 1,000. The incremental gain, though, is going to be the same. So when you think about it, people that are starting today, when they get to Paragon level 300, they'll only have 300 Paragon points, while we have, well, I guess we're going to actually have 300 Paragon points too, because the Paragon points that we have to spend have been modified for the new system. So I take back whatever I was about to say. Class change optimizations and armory updates. Class change is now unlocked when you reach West March, rather than when you hit level 35. So essentially, rather than level 35, which could take you, I don't even know. It was a long time back when I started playing, but now it's a few hours. It's going to take you like an hour or two. You get to West March, then you can class change if you want to. On May 23rd, you'll have a free class change available to celebrate the arrival of the Tempest. Additionally, until June 13th, you can switch classes as much as you want. There's no cooldown on it. You can switch classes multiple times a day. Actually, it says you'll have the ability to revert to your original class each day with no cooldown. So maybe they're doing that actually so that it doesn't impact the Shadow versus Immortal interactions. Maybe they'll say during the day, maybe you'll want to mess around with the Tempest, but then at night when it's time for war, well then you could switch back to your normal class that you already have built out. I don't actually know if it's unlimited. Can you class change 10 times? Probably not. Region-specific game additions, new books, notes, journals have been added in towns, hubs, and throughout the wilderness and sanctuary. If you're savvy enough to collect 21 new entries, head to the Adventurer's Chronicle, and that's it. That's what's coming in the update. And honestly, not much more than we already knew. We knew about the new Paragon trees. We knew about the level crunch. We knew about the class. We knew about the most of the events that were coming. We did not know about the market change. But the biggest question here is, and the one that we have all the time is, what's actually coming in the patch notes or in the update that was not in the patch notes? What is coming that was not shared in this document? We'll have to find out. And on the 23rd, I'll have all that for you guys. Make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss out on the brand new class in Diablo Immortal right here first.